Hello, happy Wednesday. This is a little green, isn't it? I'm in my new office and I'm figuring out lighting situation. I have these new colored lights. I really like them, but I think maybe too much green with my green sweater. Let's see. I'm gonna just change the color here really quick. I think blue is probably better for today. I hope you guys are doing really good. I have 1 minute left on my fast, 1:32 for 72 hours, but I'm feeling really good. I am quite looking forward to my eating window. But doing the live, I didn't want to eat steak again on the live. That was just kind of hard to talk and eat, and I just didn't want to do that again. And then I pick up my kids after this. You guys know I jet off, go to my kids' school. So I think I'm just going to wait till they're home, make my air fried steak. I'm doing the exact same thing as last time. I think I'll make a short on it because a lot of people want to know how I made the steak, and it's super good. So I'm really looking forward to it, but I don't want to rush it. So I might be closer to like a 74-hour fast when I break it. I have lots of comments. I can't wait to get to them, but I'm just going to share with you guys. This has probably been the least good I feel during a 72-hour fast, and it's not like I feel bad. So I'm grateful for that. I do feel pretty good. It just is the one that seems like I'm looking forward to ending the most. The last one I was on antibiotics. I'm again on antibiotics, but it's a different one. And it's in my ear, but I have a lot of ear pain from the antibiotics, which is a side effect, and it's actually affecting my jaw. So I don't know if I almost have a perma headache. I feel like it's probably from the jaw, and the fast I'm hoping is helping me heal. We'll see. But last week I told you guys I had to go early because I was going to the ENT. I was on an antifungal medicine. It didn't make any difference, so it's not fungal. He was kind of ruling it out. So this is the next step. So I feel like the medicine is making me have a headache, which is making this feel longer, if that makes sense. Anyways, I still feel pretty good. My blood glucose has been really good. I'm very much looking forward to breaking the fast. I'm having steak. I shared this on the community tab. Sorry if you've already seen it, but then I'm meeting a friend for Mexican tonight, and Mexican is awesome for me. Blood glucose wise, the beans, the guacamole, meat. It's my blood sugar really shows that my body likes it, and if you think of it from that sense. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we'll see what or if I eat later than that. I tend to eat pretty big portions of Mexican, but my eating window, I want to make it at least 6 hours. So I have chicken salad from Aldi. I love it. And some cheese and eggplant dip from Trader Joe's. I have like a little bit left in a jar. So if I snack, which I probably will, it'll be that. But again, I mentioned in my last video, and Karen, I see Karen's on, her and I were talking about this. My blood sugar after my last 72-hour fast was like this all night while I slept, which is very abnormal for me. And she was telling me that she notices the same thing, that if she has sugar or like dessert in her 72-hour fast like window or after a 72-hour fast, it's just too much for your body to do. I know that's like super scientific, too much. But I really felt like crap after my last 72-hour fast when I broke it. And then I had a dessert from Aldi that I love, and it sounds amazing. But I'm actually going to not have dessert today and just let my body, my digestion wake up. And I'm testing my glucose again, and I'm really hoping to see a difference. So I'm excited to report on that. But I really don't want to feel like how I felt after the last 72-hour fast. That morning, I just was super tired and just felt like I was dragging myself. And it was a very stark difference to how good I feel while fasting. So those are my thoughts on the long fast. I will be sharing it in videos. I'm really excited to get to the comments. I know there's a lot of them. I have my coffee. I am so cold. I don't know if you guys can see. I am wearing my shirt from Dawn. Dawn's on here, or she was. I see a comment from her. It says literally freezing. I saved it for today because I knew I would be literally freezing. Yesterday, I was so cold until I made cookies, and then I had my oven going and batches in and out. But I've been excited to wear this for this. So thank you, Dawn. You were right. I needed this for the 72-hour fast, and every time I put it on, it makes me feel loved. So thank you. And I do love it. But I'm so cold. I actually was wearing a Carhartt in my coat earlier. I have my boots on still from the dog park and slippers over socks. They're slippers that my mom knit me. They're pink and like a really fluffy material. But I took my coat off for the live because you guys know I'm nothing if not professional. So I have so many comments up here that I need to get to. I don't really know how to get all the way. There we go. Okay. So Brittany says, hey Jackie, it's my 2 months of fasting. Yay. I am loving the way it's been helping me not worry so much about what I eat and about my weight. Thank you, Jackie. Well, you're welcome, Brittany. And I totally understand because I had the same relaxation piece that joined my life with fasting. So I'm really glad you're finding that too. And happy 2 months. There's Dawn that sent me this shirt. She says, I'm only 1 hour into my 72-hour fast. 2 fun, unexpected events derailed my original start date, but the beauty of intermittent fasting is flexibility. Yes. Now I get to open my eating window at our family Christmas party. That is amazing, and I love that. Even though your intention was to start with the community fast or do something similar, you let fasting fit your life. You did not make your life fit fasting, and that is the most important thing that I want to share with people is that fasting isn't XYZ and only XYZ, and if you don't do that, you can't fast. It is so many different things to different people. You can move it, you can adjust it, you can find what works, and Dawn, you are the perfect example. So, yay, 1 hour in, I'm cheering for you for the rest, and how fun. So, was that be Saturday? Wednesday to Thursday, Thursday to Friday, Friday to Saturday. Yeah, so I hope you have an amazing Christmas party on Saturday. This weekend, we're going to Canada to visit my brother-in-law. He recently moved to Singapore, and like Canada, we can drive from Michigan, and then he's flying in there, and I'm taking like a break from fasting. I'm going to film it. I'm going to make a video on it, but really, I'm still going to sleep. But I'm just going to allow myself, we're there for a short period of time, experience, enjoy whatever's there without worrying about my 18-hour minimum. And I'm not doing a down day before, but I'm kind of excited about that for this weekend. So I hope we both have great weekends. Courtney says, hi from South Carolina. Hello. I'm excited about completing my first 72-hour fast at 2 p.m. Oh, you are so close. Yay. With you and everyone else in the community who participated. I do agree that makes it so much more fun. And congrats on your first one. I lost 4.6 pounds during this time frame and feel great. I'm so happy that you feel great. 4.6 pounds is amazing. I did not weigh myself before, and I won't weigh myself after. It's just not an important part for me in maintenance as why I do the fast. I'm hoping I help my ear. I hope to help maintain my weight, but I didn't weigh myself, but 4.6 pounds would make me delighted. So yay. Susie says, oh man, I caught you. How are you doing in my former home? For a second I was like, home, but yes, you're a Kalamazoo native, right? Or Portage. But I'm doing well. It's cold here. And dredging through the holidays and the upcoming family vacation, already planning on January 1st to get on the wagon. Go, Susie. I'm cheering for you. And yeah, there's a lot of holidays to get through. We have 0 open days on the weekends in December without a single thing planned. And I kind of I look forward to every single event, but I also look forward to more peace coming in January. It's always a busy time. Amanda says, woohoo, 72 hours. I feel great. Yay. Last time I had heart palpitations and some bone broth around 60 hours. This time was easier. Had trouble falling asleep last night, but still got 7 hours. Yay. There's her next comment. So I'm not moving on, but I breaking my soon with bone broth, then some beef, kombucha, and Brussels. My avocado isn't ripe. That's literally why I don't use avocado, is because I have the worst time finding good avocados. So that sounds really delicious. And let me see. I got to go back to the first comment because there's something I wanted to say. Oh, you had trouble falling asleep last night. I had heart palpitations yesterday morning when I woke up, right when I got up. It's very normal for me. I was actually texting a friend about this. To me, it's kind of a sign that I was heavy into ketosis. So I sat down when I made my kids lunch when I first woke up. And then once I was moving around, they went away. It wasn't long. So I definitely understand that. And then I had trouble falling asleep Monday night, but not last night. I was amazed that I fell asleep, but I slept so good. Kieran and I were just texting about this. Sleep is amazing on down days, but for me, it's usually hard to fall asleep. So I had one night of hard falling asleep, but once I did, I was out. Thank you for sharing, Amanda, and I'm excited for you. Oh, I'm glad you like the gummy bear, Harold. I mean to put him in behind like every video. It's not something I do yet, but he is my little mascot now. Maybe I'm gonna name him Harold. I hope you don't mind, but his name is Harold. You always do the gummy bear emoji, and it makes me think of you. So gummy bear is now named Harold, not up for debate. But if you want to submit a middle name, I love middle names. I will take suggestions. Hi, Affleck. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of comments I'm missing, so I gotta go back up here because it scrolled all the way down. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm sorry you didn't get notified. It could be my lack of preparation because I didn't set it up until about an hour before, but I got the next 3 scheduled ahead of time. I'm really bad about that. But I'm glad you're here, and thank you. I hope I don't feel horrible. Actually, the medicine has made me feel worse, but I'm hoping that means it's working because it is a known side effect like pain. Angela says, I stopped at 64 hours, 40 minutes to go to lunch with my husband for his birthday. I can't wait for the next community fast. Yay! You know what? I think that's amazing. A 64-hour fast is an amazing fast, and you got to do something important to you. So, yay, Angela. Hope you had a good lunch, and I'm excited that you look forward to joining the next one. Affleck says, love your green sweater. It looks amazing. Thank you. I love it too. And this color is like perfect for the holidays. I'd much rather wear green than red. Oh, thank you, Amanda. I don't actually feel horrible. It's just by comparison, the medicine has made it hurt more, which you would think if I've had an ear infection since spring that it would actually hurt. But it hurts now with the medicine. Hey, Karen, happy 72. Thank you. Karen's on a 5-day fast. She shares on TikTok and is starting to, and I'm trying to encourage her to do more on YouTube. But she also coaches, which you will see soon on my channel. I'm sharing a little bit about that, but thank you for being a cheerleader, and I'm cheering for you. I can't remember how many hours you're at in your fast, but go, Kieran, go with your husband, which is amazing. Yes, I do. I am believing in the boosts for my health, autophagy, all of it. That's why I like to do these fasts, more weight maintenance and that. So yay, I'm believing it too. Hey, Mama. Mama is my moderator on YouTube and my mom. Katie says, I hope you feel better soon. Every day is less enjoyable when you feel the ick and nothing is helping. Hopefully you enjoy a nice margarita later too. I really want a margarita, but I picked where we were going. It's funny. This is another sidebar. I just keep blabbing today. But the person I'm meeting used to be my daughter's 1st grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade teacher. And she didn't fast. And she's the one that we had an event that I was helping volunteer at. And she's like, why aren't you participating? Because I had a bunch of yummy food out. And I said, well, I fast and I'm fasting right now. And I wasn't like sad to miss out. But I almost didn't tell her. I almost just said I'm not hungry. But I just told her. Never said anything else about it. That summer, so this was like early spring, and then in the summer, she's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I've been fasting. I thought you were crazy. I looked into it. I mean, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she's been fasting ever since. She is doing great, and she told me that it is a rule among her and her friends that whoever has fasted the longest gets to pick where you go out to eat. So her friends do it too. I'm excited to learn more about that. So I got to pick where we're going to eat. But they don't serve alcohol. So that was actually one of my considerations. But I know margaritas are like super high in sugar, and I really am trying to limit that. So no margarita, but I'm packing a margarita mix, like just a pre-made drink from Aldi to Canada. So I'll have them there. And the really yummy thing is I mix the margarita mix with a mango element. So good. So good. New York Girl at Heart says, I got company to surprise us and took us to dinner last night. So I didn't make 72 hours, but got 46 hours. I'm going to try again next week. Again, I love you guys demonstrating flexibility. You got to take advantage of a surprise, something that was presented to you that you wanted to do. You don't need to be legalistic and I'm on this and I can't do it. You can fast if you want, if that's what you choose. It's also okay to choose that you want to fast, but it's more than all right to say, you know what, 46 hours is amazing. I did that. I'm going to go out to eat. I'm going to enjoy this and I will do it again later. So amazing. And I hope you had a great dinner. What's the benefit of OMAD? So for me personally, I was going to start with 18 hours fasting, 6-hour eating window, but I quickly realized that I just enjoyed having a very high volume, delicious meal every day. Now, I'm not someone that like has this high caliber of food that I must eat. I just really enjoy meals and I enjoy full meals. So if I take the time to make tomato basil soup, that's something that always pops in my mind when I think of like seconds and thirds. In the diet world, it was hard for me to only have a bowl. And then I would think of how much Parmesan I put on top or how much cream was in the soup, especially if I had a second or a third bowl. Well, now with OMAD, I sit down, I make the meal that I want. If I have grilled cheese with the tomato soup, I don't worry about it. If I put Parmesan on top and croutons, I don't worry about it. I just sit and have the joy of that single meal. So for me, one meal a day really released the pressure to not have a giant meal. I've always liked having really big meals. And I'm talking like, I remember I used to be really, really thin in, say, middle school. And we'd go middle school, high school, playing sports. We'd stop at a fast food restaurant. And this is like, I don't remember why, but I know why I remember this. We would stop at, say, Wendy's. And people that didn't finish their food, which I couldn't believe people wouldn't finish their food, they'd give it to me and I'd eat it. So I'd eat my meal and I'd eat their leftovers. And it wasn't like I was stuffing myself for entertainment. I was hungry and I like to eat big meals. I've always been that. So that's me at 13, 14, 15, 16. And I was really thin then. I just remember thinking like, how do people not finish their food? And it wasn't anyone making me. I didn't have a grandmother telling me, you must eat what's on your plate. It was just like, volume was important to me. Volume made me feel satisfied. So that's the biggest benefit to me that one meal a day is. I can get a very high volume, satisfying meal. So it's hard for me to do a 6-hour eating window and not have both meals or everything be high volume. I'm not someone that's like, oh, that little nibble held me over. So that's why I love it. And it just basically eliminates decisions all day. I don't have to think of how much shouldn't I. I like the peace that fasting brings me. I feel really good fasting. I've been metabolically flexible. So if I'm fasting and my body's looking for energy, it knows where to get it. Fat stores. And then if I'm eating, it knows to take it from the food that I just took in. So it's very easy for me to not worry all the time. It's very simple, one meal a day. I have one meal to plan that I want to eat, and then the rest can be dictated by my family. I don't really care what's for breakfast or what's for lunch or what they want me to pack because I'm not going to eat it. So it's peace and satisfaction, and I've lost weight, maintained the weight. I've also had a lot of health benefits, and I think you can get the health benefits also from, 18-6 or 24, which 24 still pretty much aligns with what my OMAD is. But those are what popped to mind right now. Kathy says 72 hours works for me, but about every 3 months. I'm always cold. Kudos to all who are participating. Yes, that's actually, as the community fast, that is the cadence I'm looking forward to, is once every 3 months. So March-ish, we'll be looking to do another one. I have had requests. And I said last time that I'll do it after this one. So I do plan next time to have, I don't know, Discord, Facebook. I've never been on Discord, so I don't know what it's like, Facebook or Patreon. I don't know if Patreon, I've never been on Patreon either, has a chat room. I want something that the community can access that wants to do the community fast and make it, or maybe it'll just be like, I'll set up a Facebook and you have to be a channel member at like $1.99 a month, or $1. I don't know. I don't really want it to be a moneymaker. I'm not trying to do that, but I want it to be, you have a little skin in the game, and it keeps scammers out. So then if people are posting a picture of like, hey, I have diarrhea, and then, or not a picture, a post, hopefully not a picture, but something that you may not want to put out to the public. But if you're behind a paywall and people have to pay to get in, trolls aren't going to pay to participate for the most part. So it just gives a little bit of security for those that are really serious in doing the community fast and they want some more community where they can get feedback. And I'm not saying just feedback from me, but anyone, like, hey, how's everyone doing? Have you ever had this? Have you ever had the heart palpitations? Do you have a hard time falling asleep? I can't fall asleep right now. You're going to get feedback from a community, but I want it to be secure. So I'm thinking it's going to be something small like that. And I have between now and March to figure it out. But yes, every 3 months. Smiling, my favorite username. Hi, Jackie. Hello. I know you talked about this a million times before, but it escapes me right now. Are you weighed or daily weighed? I don't. I used to when I was losing weight. And then I remember when I started fasting, I was losing weight at a very rapid rate. It felt great. And I know that's not everyone's experience, but that's extremely motivating to weigh yourself. And then I remember thinking like, oh, I'm going to be at 140 when Christmas time rolls around if I go up to this. And then I hit 150 and I did not lose any more weight. And then when I did keto, I dropped 10 pounds. And as soon as I wasn't keto, about 7 of it came back. So I was constantly in the 147 to 153. That's still where I am right now, even though like my face looks different. And there's body recomposition, like my face just looks thinner than it did 3 years ago at the same weight. But it was demotivating to me to lose weight or to not be losing weight. And I was at a healthy weight. I was in a size that I liked. I felt good, but I didn't like weighing myself anymore. And I just decided to remove it. And that's why, like for today, I didn't weigh myself when I started this and I didn't weigh myself at the end of this. I throw it in on occasion because people like to see the numbers for the videos, but it's not very important to me anymore. As I mentioned, I did have some weight gain with my 4 medicines back to back this fall, and the 30 days of the same meal being a calorie restriction really took care of that, and I don't think it's going to pop back. If I feel like it is, I will probably monitor it a little bit more and just kind of be more strict in the short term. But I really like ease, and weighing myself was demotivating once I hit a maintenance point. So I don't. But I did when I was actively losing weight. I did the weekly averages, all that. Oh my goodness, I have popped all the way down. Okay, Holly, I wasn't able to do 72, but I'm slowly building up my fasting muscle again, getting those 24 hours in. Good for you. You know what's important to you, what you need to do, and I love it. Susie, yes, and portage, great memory. So memory, but I don't know why I remembered that. But yay, I do love portage. I have an avocado secret. Buy 4 that are hard, leave 1 on the counter, rest in fridge. Day 2 out, it'll be perfect. Then take another one out. Also, they sell frozen. That's really interesting. So if it's hard, leave it on the counter for 2 days, but refrigerate until then, and then keep your schedule. I like that. I've seen the putting them in like a mason jar of water. My problem is, don't you need to put them in there when they're ripe? I just have bad luck. I end up throwing like half a bag away. Sometimes we get to eat an entire bag, and it's just frustrating to me. Oh, Carolina says, hey, hello. I want to thank Jackie for encouragement to do a 72-hour fast. Aw, I finished my first 72-hour fast at 10 a.m. I was cold and had a couple of hunger pains, but I rode the waves and got through. I am so proud of you. That is amazing. It's not going to be perfectly easy, but you did it, and I hope you feel a giant sense of empowerment and just proud of yourself, and I'm proud for you. Hi, Carl. Okay, freeze for the smoothies. I've never put avocado in a smoothie. I love avocado, but that does not sound good to me. But I know a lot of people do it. Let's see. Karen said, I had such a problem with chronic ear infection. The trick that helped me was a mixture of vinegar and rubbing alcohol. Mix in a dropper. I wear hearing aids, and it doesn't allow my ears to air out. Interesting. Hearing aids, I do have hearing loss. He said if it gets worse, hearing aids will be a discussion in the future. He did have me do rubbing alcohol and water, and I stopped doing it because I hated what it felt like in my ear. I have a hole in my right eardrum. He can't see it right now, so he didn't know that, but I swear it felt like all the liquid went behind my ear, and I just couldn't do that. It was the first time, I think, in my entire life that I've never listened to what a doctor told me to do. I just couldn't do it, though. Putting the eardrops in is hard enough for me. And I know that sounds like such a baby, but literally, I've given birth 3 times without medicine. Not freaked out. This freaks me out, putting something in my ear. 68 hours. Oh, yay. 68. That is amazing. I love it. You're rocking it. Over halfway done. As a reminder, she's doing the 5-day fast. So that's 120 hours. So she is doing so good. Over halfway done and rocking it. Simply Steph says, breaking my 72 hours this evening with a giant Christmas charcuterie spread with my book club ladies. Oh, that just sounds charcuterie, ending your fast with friends and books. Sign me up. I want to be a part of it. Sonia says, how often do you do 72 hours? So I had previously only done 2 of them. I did one in April of last year, I think, and then August or September. And then in September of this year, I did another one. Did I do it? Yeah, I think that was my 3rd. But I've decided to do them quarterly with the community. So now I'm doing them once every 3 months. But in the entire 3 years of fasting, I've only done 3 72 hours or longer before this one. So this is my 4th. Let's see. Carl said, old habits die hard. I'm stressing because my father died Saturday and I went to McDonald's for a McDonald's McGriddle. I 100% agree that old habits die hard, and I'm really sorry that your father died. I have never been through the grief and associated stress with death, so I am very sorry, and I'm sure that is a lot to take on. But I 100% understand that old habits die hard. Even though I don't eat most of the day, if I'm stressed in my eating window, I 100% know it. I can see me eating more, or like eating more sugar or something that's comforting in my eating window, or keeping it open longer than I generally do. That is the thing that I tell myself, and I want to say to you, is it doesn't take away from all the fasts that you've done. So even if you have an eating window that's longer or not what you want it to be, because you're stressed, it's better than it being your all day, every day, right? So give yourself the kudos that it's not your all the time, and that you're still making improvement. And even when you have eating windows or food choices that aren't your favorite, you're still doing well for yourself. And I'm sorry for what you're going through, but don't beat yourself up about fasting on top of it, because it's not going to help your situation. It's going to make you more stressed, and it's probably going to lead to more poor decisions than, you know what? I did this. I enjoyed the McGriddle, which, by the way, I love McGriddles. I haven't had one in a long time, but when I worked at McDonald's multiple times, that was always my go-to, sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, I did it. I ate it. I didn't like the way it made me feel, whether emotionally, mentally, or physically, and I probably won't choose that again. But don't let it be like a defining moment where you feel bad and you take it out on yourself by doing it again and not fasting because you ate crappy, so why would I fast? Don't go down that hole. But I'm cheering for you. You're doing well for yourself with fasting, even if it includes McDonald's. Hello, Joanne. Standing in my strength. I love that. Everyone needs to do that, right? Yes, tequila, citrus element, and soda water maybe is another version of a margarita. Yes, I bought this summer. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a grapefruit, like a pre-made cocktail, but it was like a skinny thing, and I put element in that, and on the rim, it was so good. But yeah, putting soda water in there would be great. Sonia says, I didn't make it. I guess I wasn't ready for setting 72 hours. I made it to 29. Good for you for trying. And I'm glad that you listened to yourself. You took care of your needs, and don't beat yourself up. It doesn't matter that you didn't get to 72 hours. You attempted it, and you'll probably have lessons learned like, oh, it was hard when I got to this point. Next time I'll try to eliminate that obstacle, or I'll know to expect it. So even if you know to expect that the first night you don't eat dinner when you're used to it is hard, when you get there and it's hard, it's like, oh, that's not a surprise. I expected that. So keep going. You're doing great. Let's see. I didn't make it 72 hours. I did it last month. I wasn't ready for another. How often do I do them? I just went over this. Once every 3 months is my goal. I don't know what that means. Katie says, once a month I get a McGriddle when I drive an hour to my office for work at 6 a.m. Good choice, and I'm sorry about your dad. It is a delicious choice. I do agree with that. I get so cold when I'm fasting. Yes, me too. That's my least favorite part. I even hate it more than I hate my fasting breath. Aw, Kieran spreading her love. Good idea. I don't remember what that's about, but thank you. Avocados and smoothies make them creamy. I would like the creaminess. 18.6, but I might go OMAD. I know I can do it. Honestly, if you can do 18.6, I 100% think that you can build yourself up to OMAD, even if you just decide to do it one day and get yourself there. I bet you can. Let me know if you start it. Ammo man. Give yourself some grace. I 100% agree. That is needed for Carl right now. Like, you're going through a lot, and grace from yourself and others is 100% necessary. Yes, Karen given the same sentiment, and I love it. I love that you guys chat with each other in here. It's really nice. Ani, do you make sure to hit daily protein in one meal? I don't. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I just really enjoy easy. I'm considering testing opening my eating window with, I kind of quasi did it, but I wasn't super like regimented in documenting it or measuring it. It got me to believe that opening my eating window with non-sugar and protein was important, but I want to try to find something that I'll always have on hand, whether it's a cottage cheese, pistachio, Pepita Bowl. I love those. I just don't always keep the stuff on hand. Like, I run out and then I don't buy it for a while for whatever reason. I want to be more intentional. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, I weigh 150 pounds. I need 150 grams. That would be really hard for me. I think there's merit to it, but I don't do it. It's the short answer. I love that you're getting inspiration from others on here. You guys are great, and I love being part of this. And now it's 2:04, and I need to go pick up my kids. So I caught up with the comments. Hi, Nikki. So yay, I consider that a win. I cannot wait to break my fast. I will be posting a picture. I'm also making a long form video of the vlog of this. I like to do that with these. And I look forward to sharing with you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Anyone that's breaking their fast, whether now or in a few days, like Dawn, I'm cheering for you. I'm so excited for you guys. And I can't wait to see you guys again next week. Have a good one. Thanks for coming.